I'm gonna do 4. I don't do 4. Do 4. Do 4. I don't need to do 4. I just need to do 1. Do 4.
I went down to camp before his focus and the level of, intense training he was doing. And I said, I don't know. When he explained that to me, I was just like, yeah, you're right. Let me back up a little bit and just tell him what I see.
Yeah.
More so than trying to coach him into being this fighter that I want them to be.
Being a version of you.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford was left amazed by the sheer intensity of Manny Pacquiao's brutal training camp as he prepares for a massive showdown against Floyd. Match with Floyd. Pacquiao has taken his preparation to another level, showcasing intense and aggressive training in newly surfaced. Terence Crawford has also been spotted in Pacquiao's camp, pushing through grueling early morning runs and high-intensity gym sessions alongside Pacquiao thrives on road work, often training alongside a large group, drawing energy from the crowd while maintaining a strong, disciplined routine with his team.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1. Up. 5, 6. I'm watching you guys. Up. Let's go.
Help me out here.
Up.
I know.
90, 20. Up. We're young. 26, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Up.
According to his trainer, Manny Pacquiao trains like a machine, constantly surprising everyone in the gym with his non-stop energy, relentless discipline, and incredibly intense routine.
Working hard. He ran an hour. He did a whole...
He went for 22 years.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he's a machine. He ran an hour. He did strength and conditioning with you, which is not easy.
He ran an hour. He didn't realize that this gets a bit harder. As we increase the rounds to this, he's got to pull back on the runs a little bit. Now he knows.
He did strength and conditioning with you. He went all out. He worked hard, and now he's doing 1,600 sit-ups.
Yeah, well,
he's a machine.
Yeah.
What kind of machine is he?
Huh?
What kind of machine?
Crazy machine. I don't know. He will, but as we increase this, before the running back shorter, faster. But he knows. So now he knows what the training's about. We increase the training, we increase the stations, change it up all the time, so it's continually shocking the system, and we get the good results.
It was a great workout this morning. He worked hard, as he always does. And the whole team's here. You feel the energy.
Chris Algieri praised Manny Pacquiao as a powerful and one-of-kind fighter, saying no one competes quite like him. He called Pacquiao truly special, and even labeled him the best opponent he ever faced, ranking him among boxing's all-time greats for his skill, rhythm, and legendary career.
What was the most difficult thing to adjust to or get used to with Pacquiao in the ring?
I mean, nobody fights like him. It's very difficult to prepare for. It took Marquez 4 fights to figure him out. You know, and Marquez is one of the fastest thinkers in the game, and he's just such a difficult guy to zone in on. I always felt like just as I was getting my crosshairs on him, he would change his rhythm. He's a very rhythmic fighter. He uses broken rhythm very, very well. And, yeah, adjustments on the fly, which is what I think all the best fighters in the world do. All the top guys I fought made vast adjustments along the way. So, yeah, Manny's he's special, as is Floyd.
His power, where did it rank among the fighters that you faced?
Not the hardest, but also very hard. You know, Keith Thurman famously said he's got bricks for hands. It's very true. So you had bricks for hands plus fast hands, plus punches you don't see, makes him a very dangerous puncher. But he wouldn't say he was the hardest. Ruslan hit, I believe, way harder. He's crunching power. But in terms of a guy with fast hands who has hard hands, but also punches from angles that are hard to see, very, very dangerous.
Manny Pacquiao says returning to training camp has reignited his energy, emphasizing that his passion for boxing remains as strong as ever and that his journey in the sport is far from finished.
Excited and feeling like I'm young.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally, you want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that oh, Manny's career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not done yet. And
why do you feel that way? Because you've achieved so much. You've done everything. You're a Hall of Famer. Where is that coming from? The need to want to show people, like, no, I'm not done yet. Like, well, why can't you just be like, nah, I can do whatever I want. I've done everything.
You know, I can easily fight a easy opponent or non-boxers. I can easily pick a easy to win, but I pick the best because I want to add more in my legacy of accomplishment.
Manny Pacquiao says he's more driven than ever, stressing that he's not chasing easy fights for money. His focus is on pushing his limits and further building his legendary legacy in boxing.
In talking with your team, they've told me that they've seen you more hungry, more driven, more focused. Why not fight a YouTuber? Why not take an easy fight? You know, like at 42, you're taking on arguably either the best or a 1A or 1B welterweight in the world. Why not go fight a Logan Paul, a Jake Paul, and make a lot of money and not have a hard fight?
I mean, the question is, what's that for in your legacy? In my legacy, no, I want to fight the best so that can be add to my legacy.
However, many critics responded skeptically to the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, claiming it seems like two aging fighters facing off despite all the hype.
Mayweather and Pacquiao are fighting again. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's two legends / two old men who are fighting each other. You know, they haven't been very active. It's a big money grab. I'm going to say it like this. I don't hate it because the division is actually moving. It's not like they're fighting for a title and keeping guys out of the way. They're fighting each other. They both make a lot of money, and it's going to bring so much nostalgia for both of their careers in the build-up. For those 2 months when we're leading up to Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, all we're going to do is watch, and talk about their fights. And I love that. I love that idea because I think they're two stalwarts in our sport. And in terms of them fighting each other, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to put on a barn-burning performance, especially when they're damn near 50. But I don't know. I'm not super mad at it. I actually am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Veteran trainer Ronnie Shields believes fans shouldn't be surprised if Manny Pacquiao pulls off a win against Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their rematch, highlighting Pacquiao's explosive speed and relentless style as major threats inside the ring.
Tough fight for both guys, you know. And look, it's hard to pick a winner for me on that fight because, you know, Pacquiao is a slick, fast, you know, strong.
While recognizing Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s intelligence and defensive mastery, Shields emphasizes that the fight's outcome will ultimately depend on strategy and execution. He notes that if Manny Pacquiao sticks to the right game plan and keeps up constant pressure, he has the tools to make the bout highly competitive and possibly even secure a victory.
Oh, he's a pressure fighter. And, I mean, man, that's going to be explosive. Is all, you know. And I guess whoever had the best game plan I think is going to.
Shields believes age won't be the deciding factor in a fight involving Manny Pacquiao. He stresses that determination, experience, and the hunger to win will have a far greater impact inside the ring. According to Shields, Pacquiao's mindset and drive can outweigh any concerns about age, keeping him as dangerous as ever. He also admits that predicting the outcome is extremely difficult, emphasizing that both fighters have the tools to win and that the final result will ultimately come down to strategy and execution on fight night.
I wouldn't say younger is always better. Experience is probably the best thing. But, the determination, I think, is going to be a big factor in this fight. And, look, it's hard to pick a winner. It really is. It's going to be a great fight and a tough fight. And I definitely want to be.
Analyst Chris Algieri believes a rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will be even bigger than their first clash, which was already one of boxing's most historic fights. He predicts the second encounter will draw massive global attention, with both legends returning for another chapter. However, Algieri still favors Mayweather, citing his defensive mastery, ring IQ, and knack for capitalizing on mistakes, hallmarks of his undefeated career. While he respects Pacquiao's aggression and heart, Algieri believes Mayweather's style remains a tough puzzle crack, keeping him the favorite once again.
Netflix, of course, is very much into eventizing these, whatever they put on, whether it's boxing or tennis. And so far, they've done Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. They just did Canelo against Crawford. And obviously, a rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao, even at this stage, would classify as a big event for Netflix. And I think is a real possibility this is going to happen. Mayweather is now 46, I believe, and Pacquiao's around the same age. But look, this was the biggest fight in boxing history when it happened, and I think all these years later, a rematch, if it happens, especially after the way Pacquiao looked in July against Barrios, there would be serious.
Could Pacquiao's grueling training give him the upper hand against Mayweather?